So in 2026, your girl here is going to be out dating again, but with a very strict agenda. And yes, these are some of the rules that I'll be following. Here goes. If you take more than 24 hours to reply, you're out. If your girl best friend is someone that you used to sleep with, you're out. If you're still friends with your ex, out. If you've cheated before, instant out. If your friends are cheaters, also out. If you can't plan a date, out. If you breadcrumb me, out. If your name is John or Andrew, I'm sorry, you're out. I just can't do those names. If you tell me what to wear, absolutely not, out. If you disrespect my friends or my family, get the hell out. If you only speak one language, sorry, you're out. It's just not my vibe. If you prioritize your boys over me every time, you're out. If your entire identity revolves around your job, you're out. So yeah, in 2026, that's the standard for me, and I won't be lowering any of them.
Notice how she brings up a long list of requirements she has for men going into the new year, but does not have a list on what she should improve on as an individual. This is why men are walking away. Due to the media, women have been told they never have to do any inner work themselves, and that it is the men who need to step up and improve. Also, men are constantly improving every day, and it still doesn't seem to be enough, even for average, regular women. The best you can going forward is to prioritize your career, peace, and hobbies as a man in 2026 and beyond.
I definitely feel like dating in 2026 is going to be just as much of a bitch as it was in 2025. No new vibes there. I mean, geez Louise, like, I went on one date with this guy, which was pretty fun. We went to a music studio and recorded a song. Mind blown. Literally 3 days later, we haven't seen each other once, and he texts me, "I miss you." Excuse me, what? You miss me? How do you miss me? How do you miss someone you've only seen one time? He is a Cancer, and they are sensitive, so maybe he's just really sensitive, but my brain goes to, are you trying to make it seem like you care about me when you really don't? Because I threw him a bone today. I said, do you want to do something today? Because we haven't hung out since, and he hasn't invited me to do anything since, and I've been waiting for his to invite me to go do something, and he hasn't. So I said, let's do something today. It's been 6 hours, no response. Miss me? You're about to miss me, because I don't know if I'm going to talk to you again. Anyway, I'm going on this random other date with another person, and I'm sharing my location with my father, because men are scary. And he's sharing his location with his mother, because apparently women are also scary.
The pessimism is comical. If dating in 2025 was so bad, you are the common denominator. There is a good chance she would tell you she hasn't met a single guy that qualifies for a relationship, when in reality, she probably rejected and missed opportunities with many decent men. She said a guy she went on a date with texted her that he missed her 3 days after their first date. Clearly, this guy didn't really feel a connection and is just trying to see if he can at least get some bedroom fun out of her. This is why it is not good to solely rely on dating apps, on both sides. Many people have a short-term mindset as love and relationships are headed for extinction as a whole, and everyone is feeling negative. For 2026, she needs to change her attitude to a more positive mindset despite the odds, because only feeling negative will guarantee that you get nowhere.
Okay, here's my 2026 strict dating program. These are the things that will get you cut. Starting off strong, if you don't send me a non-refundable deposit for my hair, my makeup, my nails, my spray tan, my outfit, babysitter, transportation to and from the date, and most importantly, my time, you're cut. That probably just eliminated over 95% of the pool. Bye! Next is if you follow half-naked women on social media, you're cut. Actually, if you have any social media, you're cut. If you talk to any of your exes in any capacity, or any girls in general, except for your sister, you're cut. If you have friends that cheat, you're cut. If you disrespect any of my friends, you're cut. If you lack emotional intelligence, you're cut. If you don't follow the sidewalk rule or open the doors for me like a gentleman, you're cut. If you sleep in, you're cut. By 8:30 a.m. Pacific, the stock market has already been open for 2 hours. If you don't have a stable job or career, you're cut. If you're broke, you're cut. If you start an argument with me while I'm out on a girls' night or on a girls' trip, you're cut. If you're negative, pessimistic, or low vibration, you're cut. If my chat GPT doesn't like you, you're cut. If you lie even once, you're cut forever. These are just a few non-negotiables. Bye.
Single mother with insane demands. If you don't pay for a babysitter, you are cut. On top of that, if you do not pay for appearance upkeep, you are also done. Even if you have social media, you are cut. But if you don't have any, then you're a creep. Fellas, this is why single moms are a huge red flag and you should only date women without children. Thanks to the Barbie movie, many women leave their marriages for no good reason thinking the grass will be greener, which can be true if she is young enough or has no kids, but many of them have already aged out by the time they decide to hand over the divorce papers. She is easily mid-30s to early 40s, but is trying to look like a 24-year-old with that ridiculous amount of makeup. Her husband probably loved her and provided for her and kids as well, and may have turned ungrateful and got bored and fell for the media pressure. Now, it will be even harder to find guys to take her seriously because she has kids and is older.
I love going on first dates. They used to make me super nervous when I was younger. There's that new excitement of like getting to know someone. In my late 20s, I used to get really nervous for a first date. I would have to have a drink before I went anywhere because I was so nervous. Now, don't care. The only reason I get nervous these days to go on a date would be location of where we're going. In the sense of I would rather either meet in the parking lot or outside of the restaurant. I don't know if it comes off as like a respect thing. I feel like a lot of guys do that. They're like getting there earlier, I'm getting a seat at the bar, making sure there's a spot for us, and then we have a spot secured. I don't love that. I want someone to walk in with me. I don't want to have to scan the bar. That's where I get nervous. I do not get nervous for the date, for meeting someone, to have the conversations with someone. Great at shooting the shit. We'll see how this one goes because we've had very minimal conversation, which I love and hate. It's like kind of mysterious when you don't really know someone and you barely have had conversation, but I also hate it because I'm like, are we gonna get along? We shall see. Fingers crossed that it all goes the way that I like. This is the first date of 2026, so wish me luck. Either way, it'll be a good date as we go into every date with positivity, so it's gonna be a good date whether we hit it off or not.
Looks like she started dating in her late 20s, which is not what you want to hear. We already know what she was doing in her late teens and early 20s. Women cannot wrap their heads around the fact that men, especially men who are looking to have children one day, prefer younger women due to better fertility and less relationship experience. Yes, I said it. Too much experience dealing with a lot of guys is a turnoff for most men. She said she loves going on first dates, so how exactly many has she even been on? Guys who ask her out either A, have already decided they don't want kids, so it isn't an issue, B, they only see her as bedroom fun material, or C, they are desperate and will take anything they can get. If women decide they for sure want children, they should take dating in their early 20s more seriously and be more selective because they literally have a better chance of a healthy pregnancy than in their 30s and beyond. Basic biology.
In 2026, I'm getting back on the dating scene, but we're running a tight ship around here. So here's my program structure, as I heard someone else call it. Here's what will get you cut. If you have a Snapchat, you're cut. If you scream at a video game, you're cut. If you tell me your ex was crazy, either we have a sit-down dinner or you're cut. If you complain about a relationship to another woman, you're cut. If you follow any lustful accounts, you're cut. If you try to act nonchalant, you're cut. If you buy a girl anything, even a bottle of water, you're cut. Who cares if she's parched? If you compare me to your ex, you're cut. If you tell me you don't remember when I ask you a question, let me remind you, we're done. If you have any of your ex's phone numbers, you're cut. If you take too long to post me, you're cut. I'm not asking to be posted. If you have friends who cheat, you're cut. If you look over my shoulder as I'm on your phone, picking a song, putting in the GPS, anything, if I find you looking over my shoulder, take your phone back and your stuff too. If you talk to a female coworker in any context other than work, you're cut. Clock out or get locked out. What are you doing talking to her? If you have a girl best friend, you're cut. If you bring up my past or try to use it against me, you're cut. If you tell me what to wear, you're cut. If you have a bad reaction or a jealous reaction to what I'm wearing, you're cut. If you ask me who I'm posting for, you're cut. If you ask me what my post means, you're cut. If you tell me to delete a picture, you're cut. If you are disrespectful to any of my friends, you're cut. If you hesitate to give me your phone, you're cut. If you call my stuffed animals anything but their name, you're cut. If you like a girl's bikini picture, you're cut. And if you follow any of your past situationships or flings that lasted over 2 hours. Either you met a pretty girl and you never spoke to her again, anything other than 2 hours, you are breaching my trust. Thank you. May the best man win.
This is a woman who is clearly bitter, angry, and has had enough. She is burnt out and doesn't want to play around anymore. Going back to my last point, too much dating experience for women is bad because it turns them toxic and adds a lot of baggage that carries into future relationships, especially if all those previous relationships and encounters didn't really lead anywhere. Every man she will see from here on out will be able to sense that bitterness and the fact that she is overly emotionally guarded. Dates are supposed to be fun, lighthearted, a chance for you to get to know the person you are with. She is definitely the interviewer type. On the bright side, she is young enough to where she has time to change her ways and heal emotionally, but then it becomes the question of will she actually do it and commit to it.
In 2026, I'm not asking a man if he likes me. I'm asking, what legacy are we building together?
Because attraction is easy. Liking someone is easy. What's not easy is alignment.
Yeah.
Alignment is how you move when no one is watching.
It's how you handle pressure, make hard decisions, and commit to shared values in a shared direction.
Chemistry can start the conversation, but it will never sustain in a future without intention behind it.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in potential that needs constant convincing or promises with no structure. I want consistency over intensity, effort over words, actions that actually match intention. And because love without direction always turns into confusion, resentment, and wasted time. So if we're building something together, it's not about how you feel today, and it's about where we're headed tomorrow. Because alignment isn't a feeling, and it's a standard. And I don't build futures without it.
She gets it. She understands that relationships take a lot of work, and that solely being attracted to someone isn't the end-all be-all. She mentions how consistency is more important than just words, and that actual compatibility is more important than just physical chemistry, which are both extremely good points. You can tell this woman is in a healthier position emotionally than the other women in this video. If she backs her words and continues this mindset when she goes on dates, I have no doubt that she will find what she is looking for. That is all for today, brothers. Continue to hold the line and only deal with women who bring you peace.